Right, here we go. I'm recording now. So anybody who's just joined us, sorry, I've been wittering on for the last 5 minutes and I've just remembered that I've completely forgotten to record it. But we're getting to the important bit now. We're talking about the Simple Money presentation and how we can really get to appointments that are set up for going and just doing an appointment and keeping people's minds open, as opposed to just rocking up with the expectation from the customer that we're going to save them some money. So let me share my screen with you, because I've put a quick PowerPoint thing together. Where's it gone? Here it is. Okay. Right. Okay. Can we see that, everybody? Give me a thumbs up, a couple of people, if you can see that. Okay. All right, fabulous. So there's a couple of quick things that we want to do. These are this is what we've decided, having discussed it with Derek and chatted it through with Dad. This is what we think that we need to be doing and what we need to be training all our newbies to do in order to get duplication happening and getting in front of people ASAP. So we want to be having conversations. Now, the other thing that I want to make clear as well is that this is really going to work best with the level 3 and 4 of people who've done the 5 levels of formality, the people who we don't know so well, the people who aren't necessarily on the warm list, because we all know how to use the scripts from the warm list and get in front of people on our warm lists. But once that warm list dries up, where do you go? How do you get more people? And that's where this really comes in, and where we want to be creating the team culture of utilizing a process like this. So we want to be using FORM to begin with. For people who haven't heard of that before, FORM is an acronym that stands for friends and F is for friends and family, O is for occupational, R is for recreational, and M is for message. So the first 3 bits, it just come as natural parts of conversation. And that's something that you can really be practicing. Dad, we quite often have a bit of fun with this, don't we? So, we have a bit of a chat and I'll ring you up and say, hi, Dad, well, assuming you're not my dad, because obviously I know all about your friends and family, but let's pretend you're not my dad. Hi, Peter, how are you today? Are you well?
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much, Hazel. Yep.
Marvellous, marvellous. How are the family doing? How are the kids?
Okay. Yeah, doing all right, thank you.
Yeah, are you still stood on the football pitch every Sunday morning?
Oh, I wish, yeah. But more on the sidelines than on the pitch.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that's all right. Just doing the watching these days. And how's the job going these days? Are you still driving?
I am, but I get to the point I've had enough of the early mornings, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Really do getting rid of it. Right,
okay. Wow, it's starting to get a bit much for you, is it?
Yeah, the split shifts are not so good. Early mornings, late finishes, it's getting difficult.
I can imagine that must be tricky. And I suppose that probably kind of cuts back on time that you've got available to just go out and do the fun stuff that you want to be doing, eh?
Very much so, yeah.
Wow, okay. So, I mean, what's stopping you? Are you in a position where you can just, jack it in? Surely you've got a bit of a pension coming in by now?
Unfortunately, the pension wasn't what I actually expected it to be, after 26 years of lecturing.
Oh, goodness me. Okay. Bless you. Well, that sounds like a bit of a challenge. So just coming out of role play there, it's about just asking questions, having that bit of a conversation. Get good at having a chin wag, is what Claire Hengott likes to say. Get good at having a bit of a banter, making them relaxed and having some posture. And at the end of the conversation, just before you go, this is when you want to be delivering the message. So, if you're at the beginning of the conversation and you've done form, then fine, park it, put those little bits of information away in the head, and just before you go, this is when you want to deliver the message. So, Peter, how you mentioned to me earlier that actually you've had enough of the split shifts and all you want to be doing is getting away from the driving. Is that something you were serious, just out of interest?
Oh, yes, yeah, I've had enough of it.
All right, okay. Well, actually, before you go then, obviously you live around this area. As it happens, my company is recruiting and expanding in this area at the moment. I don't suppose you know anyone who's keen to earn some extra money, or maybe this might be of interest to you. It wouldn't affect what you already do, but it gives you choices that might help you get out of it. They're paying really well, and we're looking for switched on people at the moment. Might that be something that might have interest you potentially?
Possibly. What's it all about?
Tell you what, have a look at this. And this is where you whip out the card. Just take a look. Now, the key with this, everybody, is that, is that we want to be letting the card do the talking for itself, okay? We want to be letting the card do its own thing, okay? So don't try and say too much, because that's where you really get to the stage of saying too much almost. So just say, you read what's on here, do what is on here, and just say, just out of interest, what's important to you? And I'm curious, how much would make a difference to you every month? And let them take a look at it and shut up and let the card do this talking. This is where we've got to keep it really simple. The script is what we've got on the previous page. Before you go, you live around this area, my company is recruiting and expanding in the area, and you don't know anyone who's keen to earn some extra money without it affecting what you already do, what they're already doing, do you? They're paying really well, and we're looking for switched on people. This is all we needed to be saying, 4 sentences. If we can get that duplicating through the team, and then taking the opportunity to whip out the card, or maybe pull it up on the phone and show them, hey, take a look at this, and showing them the picture on there, and then shutting up and letting them do the talking. All of a sudden, we're going to get some interest going on, okay? At this point, they might kind of start saying, oh, well, you know, what's it all about, or whatever, and say, look, I'm going now, because we're heading out, or we've got to get off to whatever it is. It'll take me about 15 minutes to show you all about it, and I need my laptop or my tablet, so pop your number in here, or jot me your number down. Either give me your phone or jot the number down, and I'll give you a call and arrange a time to pop over, and I can explain it all properly. It'll only take about 15 minutes. Would that be all right? And get their number. That's the key thing. You want to get their number. Alternatively, jot your number down, and I'll text you a link to get, so you can get more info. i.e., text them the link to the Zoom up on a Thursday evening, okay? You want to be getting their contact number. That is absolutely imperative, because then you're in control, okay? You can arrange it. But at this time, we haven't mentioned anything about saving money, or, you know, we've just spoken about the making money opportunity, but they still don't know any more information. So I'm going to call this the Before You Go challenge. This is what we need to be doing as many times as possible on a daily basis. And quite frankly, I know I'm certainly not doing it enough. Dad was saying the other day he doesn't think he's doing it enough. And I know there's a lot of people in my team who are not making the opportunity to just get chatting to people and whipping the card out and showing it to as many people as possible. So I'm giving you all a challenge, the Before You Go challenge for 21 days. I want you to learn the script. I want you to practice it. I want you to stick to it and repeat it. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Don't try and come up with your own version. Just keep it really simple. Do it within your team. And I want us to be doing 3 minimum and 5 maximum. Don't push yourself, no more than 5 a day. But can you whip this card out and show it to 5 people every day? Buddy up, find someone to hold you accountable. In my team, we're probably going to get our own little tally going on and keep it going within the team. And maybe that's something that you want to create within your team as well. But for 21 days, which is 21 days is what is required to break a habit and form a habit. So for 21 days, can you get in the habit of making conversations and whipping this card out 3 to 5 times a day? Because if you do, I can guarantee that you are going to see some dramatic results in your business. It's not going to be for everybody. We know that. This business is a numbers game, and this is where this really comes into play. So that's pretty much it. Are you up for the challenge? Like I say, it's not rocket science. We want to keep it simple. We want to keep it duplicatable, and we want to create the culture. But before you go, do you live around the area? My company is recruiting and expanding. You don't know anyone who's keen to earn some extra money without it affecting what they're already doing, do you? It may even be something you'll be interested in. They're paying really well, and we're looking for switched on people. And if they're interested, whip the card out and take a look at it. There you go, folks, the Before You Go challenge. Dad, have you got anything else that we need to add on to that?
No, I think the only other thing I would say, Hazel,
Yeah.
is as far as posture and mindset, remembering what Napoleon Hill said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right.
Absolutely,
Right?
absolutely. It is our perception, let's face it. If you think it's easy, then it is. But equally, if you think it's hard, then it's always going to be hard. So we've got to have that energy, that passion, and that belief that, yeah, you know what, totally, we can do it. Very good point, Dad. Thank you. That's great. Derek, I'm just going to unmute you as well. We've been chatting about this at length lately. Where are you? Let's see. I'm muting. There we are. Perfect. Anything to add there, Derek? What else? What do you think to that idea?
Well, I think it's a really good idea, Hazel. And what I love about it is the simplicity of it, and the fact that is what we do normally is just chat to people. And I think, you know, every adventure starts with a smile, a compliment, and get into a conversation. But you have that definitive script, and if we can get the whole team on it, it will be amazing. It will get you results. And the one thing I would say, Hazel, as well, talk enthusiastically about it too. Just be enthusiastic, be excited in the tone of your voice as well, because you know we've seen some amazing results with team members who are out there now sharing this business with everybody they possibly can.
Absolutely. As you say, it's that energy and that passion, that belief, isn't it? Have the posture and the rest will fall into place, because that's what people buy, isn't it? People buy you. They buy into your excitement, and if you haven't got that excitement, then they're never going to be excited about it themselves, I suppose, isn't it?
Definitely. And well done, Peter.
Hazel, can you put these scripts, these sentences on the written form in the WhatsApp, please, so that they can be downloaded easily?
Yeah, I can happily just copy and paste it into the some of the groups that I shared the thing in for this evening. So yeah, happily do that, no trouble at all. If anybody's got any questions, obviously don't hesitate to give us a shout. But as I said, you know, really find somebody that you can buddy up with. Find somebody that is going to hold you accountable, and then you can hold them accountable, and report back to each other on a daily basis. How many shows have you done for 21 days? Set yourself a challenge, or even get a little chart up on the wall and, you know, write it down. The other top tip that you mentioned, Derek, didn't you, I think, was to do something like have like 5 little gems in your pocket, or little coins or something, and each time you put your hand in your pocket, it reminds you, it's a physical reminder, oh yeah, those stones in my pocket, that's to my card challenge, right? Okay. And every time you show your card, then just take a stone out and put it in the other pocket, and you know, so that all the stones migrate from one pocket to the other pocket. It could be coins, it could be, you know, I don't know, something on your sleeve, like elastic bands on your wrist, or, you know, whatever works for you, but just something that's there as a little subtle reminder for you to go, yeah, you know what, I need to be showing this card. So there we go, folks. I've whittled on enough for a Sunday evening. I hope that's all been of use to you. I look forward to hearing how your Before You Go challenge goes over the next 21 days. And yeah, I hope it brings you lots and lots of success and lots of development in your business. Let's go get them, folks. Take care. All the best. See you next week.
Thanks, Hazel.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Thanks, Laura.